From prehistoric times to the present day, Earth has been home to civilizations that once flourished brilliantly before suddenly disappearing. They left behind enormous cities, remarkable structures that are difficult to explain, and countless traces that remain unsolved. Some of their secrets have been buried beneath sand, dense forests, and the ocean floor for thousands of years. What really happened to the people who once ruled the ancient world? Today, we will explore the most mysterious ancient civilizations in the history of humanity. The Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt is the largest pyramid of the ancient world, renowned for its immense scale and enduring construction mysteries. Built more than 4,500 years ago, it remains the only surviving wonder among the 7 wonders of the ancient world. About 2.3 million stone blocks were used to create the pyramid, making it one of history's most ambitious construction projects. Many stone blocks, weighing about 2.5 tons, were transported and positioned with remarkable precision despite the absence of modern machinery. For nearly 4,000 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza remained the tallest human-made structure on Earth, reflecting extraordinary engineering skill. The pyramid's sides are aligned closely with the cardinal directions, demonstrating a profound understanding of measurement and astronomy among its builders. The landscape is dominated by a massive geometric form rising from open surroundings, displaying a powerful beauty that has endured through time. The Pyramid of Djoser in Egypt is a massive stone monument that marks the birth of the first pyramid in human history. Built about 4,700 years ago, this structure began an architectural era that later became a symbol of Egyptian civilization. The pyramid rises about 203 feet high, with 6 stacked stone levels, resembling a giant staircase ascending from the desert. Before its construction, royal tombs were usually low and simple, but this monument completely transformed architectural thinking and ambition. Ancient limestone blends with the vast desert sands, creating a rugged, solitary landscape deeply marked by the passage of time. The Pyramid of Djoser fascinates not through perfection, but through the feeling of a monumental idea gradually taking shape in stone. It is considered the starting point of humanity's ambition to build monumental structures, laying the foundation for ancient Egyptian architectural history. The bent pyramid is the most bizarre structure in history because its bent shape challenges all ancient architectural principles. The architects were forced to change the angle from 54 to 43 degrees to prevent the entire massive structure from collapsing. The polished white limestone blocks covering the exterior remain intact even today after thousands of years of enduring existence. The complex internal corridor system, along with two separate entrances, raises strange theories about its true purpose. Although it was built with a height of 345 feet, this structure still contains countless technical secrets that science cannot yet explain. The existence of this tomb serves as a clear testament to the proud mistakes of the great ancient Egyptian civilization. Mesa Verde in the United States is famous for ancient homes built deep within rock alcoves, creating one of archaeology's most unusual landscapes. More than 600 cliff dwellings and about 5,000 archaeological sites show this was once an important center for indigenous communities. Many structures were built between about 1180 and 1300, reflecting astonishing architectural skill in a challenging environment. Natural rock alcoves served as giant shelters, protecting stone walls and traces of daily life for many centuries. Rooms, storage areas, and communal spaces were arranged closely together, creating the feeling of a hidden settlement inside the stone. The landscape is defined by golden brown sandstone cliffs, where ancient architecture blends impressively with the natural terrain. By the late 13th century, residents had left Mesa Verde, leaving behind a stone housing complex that still fascinates many people. Mesa Verde's special value lies in how humans turned natural rock alcoves into sustainable homes across many generations. Teotihuacan is the most mysterious ancient supercity in the world, with a remarkably precise grid urban planning system. This city possesses massive architectural structures reaching up to 216 feet, which were built entirely by human labor. Although it existed very prosperously for many centuries, humanity has still not been able to decipher the identity of its inhabitants. Archaeologists have found a large amount of mica minerals transported from a distance of up to 2,000 miles to this place. The complete lack of written records makes the origin of its formation and the reason for the city's decline a mystery. Although it was once destroyed by fierce civil wars, this place remains a heritage that leaves many challenges for science. Each new discovery, from modern laser scanning technology, only further increases the difficult-to-explain, mysterious beauty of this land. Chichen Itza stands as a testament to timeless wisdom, where ancient people constructed structures with astonishing precision. The Central Pyramid reaches a height of 98 feet and was perfectly calculated to reflect a mysterious calendar cycle. The steps were cleverly designed to create an effect of a serpent slithering down during the transition of the seasons. Despite lacking metal tools, the Maya people transported massive stone blocks weighing several tons to build this architectural masterpiece. The underground drainage system here demonstrates a masterful level of engineering that scientists have not yet fully explained. Many areas of this magnificent city still remain silent under dense forests and keep many historical secrets hidden away. The sudden disappearance of the civilization that once ruled this place remains a major question without a clear answer from experts. Tikal is an ancient supercity hidden within tropical forests, containing many mysteries that cannot be fully deciphered yet. Even without wheels or metal tools, the Maya still built limestone pyramids reaching up to 230 feet high. The water filtration system, made of zeolite and quartz, found here is considered a major technological breakthrough by scientists. Massive temples were arranged with extreme precision, according to celestial events, to track various agricultural cycles. After their golden age, all the residents left and abandoned the city to be swallowed by the jungle for 1,000 years. Constructing large-scale structures across an area of 22 square miles remains a difficult question for modern archaeology. The combination of limestone architecture and astronomical mathematics makes this place the peak of a brilliant civilization. Every trace regarding the sudden disappearance of the inhabitants remains a challenging puzzle for modern human intellect. Machu Picchu is an architectural masterpiece that defies all logic, located at an altitude of nearly 8,000 feet between rugged mountain peaks in Peru. Massive stone blocks here are cut with such precision that not even a thin razor blade can fit into the perfect seams. Although the Inca people did not use wheels or modern metal tools, they transported stone blocks weighing thousands of pounds to the high mountain top. The intelligent foundation structure with thick layers of gravel underneath helps the site remain durable against strong earthquakes for hundreds of years. This city was once completely forgotten by the world and did not appear in any historical documents from the period of ancient conquest. Many areas inside still remain in an unfinished state, creating a mysterious puzzle regarding the true purpose of the construction by its inhabitants. Today, scientists are still working hard to research the actual reasons that caused this civilization to abandon their pristine city. Choqquequirau appears mysterious on a mountain peak, completely separated from the outside world, like a final fortress of the ancient Inca Empire. This city possesses stone walls carved with white llamas that are extremely delicate, as no other place in the world has similar architectural features. Although located at an altitude of 10,000 feet above sea level, the ancient builders flattened the mountaintop to create a powerful religious center. The complex water channel system here still operates stably after more than 500 years, even though it did not use any mortar during the construction process. Many researchers are still debating fiercely about the true purpose of this place because the architectural works far exceed the basic engineering of that era. Until now, dozens of miles of ancient stone roads leading to the city remain a major mystery to humanity because of the absence of historical documents. Petra appears mysterious as a massive stone city, forgotten for thousands of years behind sandstone mountain walls 300 feet high. The ancient Nabateans created this architectural wonder by carving directly into the sheer cliff faces without leaving any known designs. Although archaeologists have spent many decades conducting in-depth research, 90% of this city's structure remains hidden deep underground. A sophisticated water system with ceramic pipes, accurate to every single inch, transformed this harsh desert region into a highly prosperous oasis. This city was once the most powerful trading hub of the ancient world before it vanished suddenly, without leaving any written records. Until today, the construction techniques far beyond their time, along with the intricate reliefs here, remain the greatest challenge for modern science. Do not rush to trust history books, because Tiwanaku in Bolivia is the ruin of an advanced civilization whose construct on a windswept plateau. This ancient sacred site puzzles scientists with extremely hard andesite blocks cut into precise 90-degree angles. The most unbelievable detail lies at Pumapunku, where huge stones were drilled and shaped to fit together like Lego pieces without mortar. The landscape feels Wallachian technology seems to challenge every era. Stand-in and mysterious, highlighted by a strange sunken temple decorated with hundreds of stone heads in many unusual forms. You may feel breathless when standing before the 10-ton monolithic gate of the sun, which preserves the mysterious astronomical calendar of brilliant minds from thousands of years ago. Persepolis, the magnificent ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire, is a place where every broken stone column tells the story of a golden age that once amazed the ancient world. It was not built as a residential city, but on a giant stone terrace designed for ceremonies welcoming envoys from lands ruled by the king. With every step across ancient stone stairways, carved with reliefs of envoys from many peoples, you feel drawn into the fascinating world of 2,500 years ago. Although it was burned by the army of Alexander the Great in 330 BC, its stone pillars still stand firmly beneath the desert sky like a book recording human history. The contrast between the solemn beauty of giant columns and the silence of the marve-dashed plain has made this place an eternal symbol of Achaemenid power and art. Göbekli Tepe preserves traces over 11,000 years old in the dry, rocky southeast of Turkey, transforming humanity's understanding of early history. T-shaped stone pillars rising about 16 feet were arranged into massive ritual circles before humans had even discovered metal. Images of foxes, snakes, wild boars, and other animals still appear clearly on the stone surfaces like surviving messages from the past. The site was built by hunter-gatherer communities, revealing complex social organization far earlier than scholars once believed. One of its greatest mysteries is that many structures were deliberately buried, as if ancient people wanted to hide the past for the future. Researchers suggest this place may reflect large-scale communal rituals that appeared before many forms of stable settlement. Recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2018 confirmed Göbekli Tepe as one of Earth's most important archaeological sites. The Atacama Giant, one of the most mysterious archaeological masterpieces in Chile, stands proudly in the middle of the desert like a powerful figure that challenges the limits of human knowledge. The landscape surrounding this enormous drawing is breathtaking, with vast red lands and barren rocky hills that closely resemble the surface of Mars. Thanks to the extremely dry climate and the near-complete absence of moisture, the soil and rock structures are not significantly affected by microorganisms, helping preserve the drawing for thousands of years. The image of the giant holding a scepter in one hand and carrying a bowl associated with the god Tunupa in the other is believed to symbolize the hope of bringing life back to this harsh land. The meeting of ancient art and rugged geology has transformed this place into a powerful source of inspiration for science fiction stories about civilizations beyond Earth. Unlike its neighbor Nazca on the flat ground, the Palpa Lines in Peru are a unique vertical art exhibition with hundreds of giant geoglyphs stretching up the steep hillsides. This place features mountaintops that appear perfectly flattened, creating long plateau strips that look like runway systems extending hundreds of feet across the rugged landscape. The barren terrain is dominated by a visual network of intersecting geometric lines that cross deep valleys and continue over uneven cliffs. Their creators were the ancient Paracas culture, which disappeared long ago and left behind mysterious stone messages without a complete explanation for humanity. This remarkable site was officially recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1994 because of its outstanding cultural and archaeological importance. Visitors can clearly admire the human-shaped figures with unusual round eyes using only the naked eye from observation platforms located beside the highway. Located in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, Baalbek preserves some of the most massive Roman architectural ruins ever known to the world. The foundation contains 3 enormous limestone blocks, each weighing about 800 tons, positioned precisely without using any binding mortar. Ancient builders carved a single stone block weighing about 1,650 tons, the largest human-made work ever recorded in history. Towering stone columns rising about 72 feet create a magnificent landscape, inspiring awe in anyone standing beneath these remarkable structures. The combination of Roman culture and ancient local beliefs transformed this place into the most important religious center of the region. Massive stone slabs assembled around the complex form defensive walls, creating a strong fortress that challenges every known technical limitation. Baalbek stands as vivid proof of masterful architecture, where ancient people turned seemingly impossible ideas into reality using solid stone. The existence of stone blocks weighing thousands of tons remains an unsolved mystery concerning transportation methods used during ancient times. Rising from the Mediterranean Sea, the megalithic temples of Malta display the raw beauty of a brilliant civilization that mysteriously vanished into history. This megalithic temple complex is about 5,600 years old, appearing roughly 1,000 years before Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. Massive walls combine rough stone surfaces with finely carved blocks, decorated by intricate spiral patterns that continue to challenge the passage of time. Neolithic inhabitants manually carved countless tiny holes resembling reptile skin, subtly hidden across the surfaces of enormous megalithic stones. Quiet curving layouts with narrow passageways leading into circular chambers appear to imitate fertile human forms rich in symbolic meaning. The structures have remained firmly interlocked for thousands of years, using stone blocks weighing about 57 tons without any binding material. Sacsayhuaman, Peru resembles a gigantic Inca stone fortress, where enormous blocks were fitted together with remarkable precision and enduring mystery. Zigzag walls stretching more than 980 feet create sharp lines across the hillside, giving the site a majestic and mysterious appearance. The structure was built without mortar, yet it has remained standing through centuries of time and numerous powerful earthquakes. About 20,000 workers are believed to have participated in building Sacsayhuaman, transforming mountain stone into one of the Andes' most ambitious monuments. Massive multi-sided stones fit together so perfectly that the entire landscape appears assembled from a giant puzzle of grey rock. What makes Sacsayhuaman most fascinating is the unanswered question of how the Inca transported these enormous stone blocks across difficult terrain. Step into the wild plains of Wiltshire in the United Kingdom, where Stonehenge appears with commanding presence and archaeological mysteries that challenge humanity. This remarkable monument consists of enormous sarsen stones weighing about 30 tons, arranged in remarkably precise concentric circles across the landscape. Precise mortise and tenon carving techniques, similar to woodworking methods, have allowed these stone gateways to stand for 5,000 years. The rough stone surfaces support an ecosystem containing more than 70 species of rare ancient lichens, displaying vibrant colors across the monument. The name of this wonder comes from Old English, carrying an eerie meaning that describes stone beams suspended high above the ground. Twentieth-century engineers used cranes to raise fallen stones and poured tons of reinforced concrete into foundations to secure the structure. Skara Brae in Scotland, United Kingdom, is a stone village about 5,000 years old, preserving remarkably intact traces of ancient daily life. Known as the Pompeii of Scotland, the site remained buried beneath sand for centuries before being rediscovered. Stone houses, connected by covered passageways, reveal that prehistoric residents created a highly organized and carefully planned community. Inside the homes, stone beds, stone shelves, and living areas still remain, offering insight into how people organized life long ago. Skara Brae dates back about 5,000 years, making it older than many famous monuments while preserving astonishing details. The landscape is distinguished by low stone walls, narrow corridors, and sunken rooms, creating the feeling that time itself has stopped. A powerful storm in 1850 revealed this ancient settlement, beginning the exploration of a remarkable chapter of history once buried beneath the earth. Gunung Padang in Indonesia is an ancient stone complex on a hill, famous for megalithic structures that continue to inspire curiosity. Thousands of dark grey basalt columns are arranged into multiple terraces, creating an unusual structure rising from the natural landscape. Long, angular stones, positioned among one another, make the entire area resemble an ancient construction gradually concealed by time. Geophysical surveys have detected signs of structures beneath the ground, raising many theories about the site's true scale and origin. Gunung Padang is often considered Indonesia's largest megalithic complex, distinguished by the remarkable concentration of ancient stones across a wide area. The combination of natural volcanic terrain and deliberately arranged stone formations creates an atmosphere that feels both familiar and deeply mysterious. In the Federated States of Micronesia, Nan Madol is a mysterious ancient stone city built upon artificial islands amid a vast ocean landscape. More than 100 artificial islands are connected by narrow waterways, creating an unusual layout rarely seen in the ancient world. Dark grey basalt walls were assembled from stone blocks weighing up to about 45 tons, still astonishing researchers today. Nan Madol served as an important ceremonial and political center for centuries, reflecting the impressive organizational abilities of its island inhabitants. About 130 stone structures were built in separate districts, forming a unique architectural complex rising directly from the water. The landscape is distinguished by the combination of basalt stone, seawater, and lush vegetation, creating beauty that feels both wild and mysterious. Many stone blocks were transported from distances exceeding 25 miles, raising major questions about the engineering methods used by ancient builders. Coral Castle in the United States is a strange stone complex, famous for its enormous limestone blocks arranged in ways that remain deeply mysterious. More than 1,100 tons of stone were cut, moved, and assembled into a complete complex, creating an engineering puzzle that fascinates generations. The creator of Coral Castle stood about 5 feet tall and weighed roughly 99 pounds, yet left behind a monument far greater than himself. A stone gate, weighing about 9 tons, once rotated smoothly with only a gentle push, becoming the site's most famous feature. Massive stone walls, carved furniture, and astronomical designs create a quiet, rugged setting filled with an enduring sense of mystery. Coral Castle remains captivating because no clear answer exists for how one nearly solitary man built this remarkable structure over 28 years. Callanish stones in Scotland, United Kingdom, are ancient stones standing in wide grassland, evoking traces of a lost ritual. More than 50 stones are arranged into a circle and long stone rows, creating an ancient structure filled with mystery. The monument was erected about 5,000 years ago, and its original purpose still has no certain explanation. The stones were made from some of Earth's oldest rock, carrying traces of geological history stretching across billions of years. Some pillars rise nearly 16 feet in open grassland, creating a lonely scene separated from the modern world. Many researchers believe The arrangement of the stones connects with the moon's movement cycle, lasting about 19 years. Local legend says these stone pillars were once giants turned into stone, making the site even more mysterious. Journey to Brittany in northwestern France, where the Carnac stones stand like a giant puzzle challenging every limit of human understanding. This remarkable architectural complex contains more than 3,000 ancient standing stones, created and erected during the distant Neolithic period. The age of this mysterious monument greatly exceeds that of the Egyptian pyramids, marking some of humanity's earliest footsteps on Earth. Natural pink granite stones stretch continuously for about 2.5 miles, forming a brilliant ribbon of megaliths across grassy slopes. The deliberate arrangement of gradually decreasing stone sizes creates a powerful illusion of depth, challenging conventional rules of visual perspective. Parallel rows of aligned stones seem to defy time itself, resembling a Roman army transformed into stone within legendary tales. Massive stone chamber structures once held ancient royal skeletons and precious jade axes, symbols of wealth, authority, and enduring power. For more than 5,000 years in Ireland, Newgrange has endured like a monument of memory in stone, preserving knowledge far beyond its era. The structure was built around 3200 BC, measuring about 279 feet in diameter and about 39 feet high. Beneath its seemingly ordinary grassy mound lies a system of passages and stone chambers designed with astonishing precision and skill. The builders of Newgrange aligned the monument with the movement of the sun, creating a light phenomenon that still functions today. Large stone slabs were transported from distant locations, demonstrating advanced community organization and the ability to coordinate collective labor on a remarkable scale. Spiral carvings etched into the stones create a distinctive mystery, resembling an ancient symbolic system that remains only partially understood. Its white quartz facade stands out against green grasslands, giving this prehistoric monument, more than 5,000 years old, an extraordinary appearance. Ollantaytambo, Peru appears like a stone fortress trapped among the towering Andes Mountains, where the presence of the Inca civilization remains deeply visible today. Stone terraces covering the mountainsides rise in massive layers, making the entire landscape resemble an ancient monument carved directly into the mountain. Stone blocks weighing dozens of tons fit together so precisely that gaps are nearly invisible, despite surviving for more than 500 years. The ancient water canal system still functions within the modern settlement, revealing the astonishing planning and engineering skills of the Inca people. Ollantaytambo is not a forgotten ruin, but a living community where daily life continues among structures built by an ancient civilization. The entire area carries the rugged beauty of stone, earth, and high mountains, creating the feeling of a world separated from modern life. What makes Ollantaytambo most fascinating is the mystery of transporting enormous stone blocks across harsh terrain, a question still not fully answered. Across the vast highlands of Laos, the Plain of Jars appears with thousands of enormous stone jars, like surviving traces from a distant past. More than 2,100 ancient stone jars are scattered across grasslands, creating a strange landscape rarely seen anywhere else. Many jars stand nearly 10 feet tall and weigh several tons, revealing the remarkable scale of labor achieved by ancient people. Archaeologists believe these stone jars date back about 2,000 years and are linked to a mysterious Iron Age culture. Human remains, pottery, and burial objects found around the jars have inspired theories about ancient funerary rituals once practiced here. Jars lying tilted, broken, or partly buried in the ground make the area resemble an ancient stone cemetery forgotten by time. In 2019, the Plain of Jars was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, confirming its importance as one of Southeast Asia's greatest archaeological mysteries. Local legends claim the giant jars were once used to hold victory wine for celebrations by an ancient people after successful battles. Asuka Itabu stones in Japan's Nara prefecture are a collection of enormous ancient stones with unusual shapes that archaeologists still debate today. Some stones were carved with flat surfaces, deep grooves, and distinct square cavities, revealing a deliberate process of shaping and construction. These monuments appeared between the 6th and 8th centuries, when ancient Japan was establishing the foundations of its first state. One stone weighs about 800 tons, nearly equal to the weight of 2 Boeing 747 aircraft, yet its purpose remains unknown. Many researchers believe the stones may have been connected to rituals, astronomy, or an ancient project that was never completed. Their unusually flat surfaces make many visitors feel as though they are standing before an unfinished stone blueprint left behind from the past. The landscape feels peaceful, with grey stones resting among green vegetation, creating a lonely atmosphere that is difficult to forget. After more than 1,300 years, these mysterious stones still endure in nature, like a chapter of history, missing many important pieces. Borobudur in Indonesia is the world's largest stone Buddhist monument, where millions of blocks form a sacred, spiritual mountain. Built between around the 8th and 9th centuries, Borobudur is one of Asia's most impressive masterpieces of ancient architecture. The structure consists of 9 stacked stone levels, representing the journey from the earthly world toward enlightenment in Buddhism. More than 2,600 reliefs are carved on the stone walls, forming a visual story about 3 miles long. Dozens of bell-shaped stone stupas cover the upper part of the monument, creating an unusual and highly recognizable appearance. Borobudur was once hidden beneath volcanic ash and vegetation for centuries before being rediscovered. Grey stone terraces, continuing through green surroundings, create the feeling of an ancient structure preserving the memory of time. After more than 1,000 years, Borobudur remains one of Indonesia's most important cultural and religious symbols. Palenque contains architectural mysteries that far exceed the capabilities of human civilization thousands of years ago. This ancient city possesses a sophisticated underground water system built from limestone blocks without the use of mortar. Researchers discovered that structures here were built on top of each other over many different generations. Carved images on the lid of the sarcophagus of King Pakal cause fierce controversy by depicting a man controlling a machine. Giant stone blocks weighing 50,000 pounds were moved across rugged, mountainous terrain without any supporting tools. Inscriptions on the walls of Palenque provide a detailed timeline of kings who ruled for 300 years of history. The collapse of this civilization remains a big question because it left no signs of war behind. Caral is the oldest ancient city in the Americas, existing from nearly 5,000 years ago, but still hides amazing mysteries. Huge stepped pyramids here were built completely without using wheels or hard metal. The thing that makes this site different is the extremely intelligent earthquake-resistant structure using bags of stones called shikra. The Quaipu knotted string system discovered at this place is one of the oldest evidence of data recording. Although it was a thriving urban center, Caral seems to have no traces of weapons at all. Many theories suggest that this civilization focused on developing art and religion instead of expanding military power. Until now, the reason why such an advanced society suddenly disappeared from history remains a difficult puzzle. Cahuachi stands tall in the middle of the desert as the largest mud brick ceremonial center on the planet, challenging all modern understanding. The stepped pyramid structures here reach a height of more than 60 feet, creating an unparalleled architectural wonder without the need for metal tools. Although it was built with immense scale, this place lacks a defense system, which proves it was once a neutral land for all peaceful rituals. Ancient people performed the act of burying the entire sacred site with sand instead of destroying it, making this place a pristine archaeological treasure. Exquisite textile artifacts with a density of 300 fibers per inch found here demonstrate that craftsmanship reached a superior level. Until now, the true purpose of abandoning this 150-acre pilgrimage center remains the biggest mystery that troubles the scientific community. The pyramids of Guimar are an archaeological mystery that challenges human history with their strange stepped stone structures. These 6 structures were built from thousands of tons of volcanic basalt rock without using any binding mortar at all. Local legends say these were ancient observation platforms built by sailors who had lost their way. A person standing at the plaza between the pyramids that are 40 feet high can see a very rare double sunset. Researchers believe this site is proof of ancient ocean voyages made during the early days of history. The mysterious black basalt blocks still silently hide the true purpose of the talented craftsmen from long ago. Ko-Kur is a mysterious seven-tiered pyramid standing tall in the deep forest as a challenge to human history. King Jayavarman IV carried out a very ambitious power shift when building the capital in this isolated land. Legend says that precious royal treasures are still buried deep under the ground here and have never been touched by humans. The heavy sandstone blocks were moved from 15 miles away using mysterious techniques that were far ahead of that time. Although it was an architectural peak, this entire capital, spanning 81 square miles, was suddenly forgotten in a mysterious silence. Many generations of researchers are still working hard to explain why a center of power disappeared so fast. Durinkuyu emerges as a mysterious underground fortress with complex structures that challenge all archaeological logic. Ancient residents dug deep into volcanic rock to create the greatest survival system. This city possesses massive, circular stone doors that can only be locked tightly from the inside. Narrow and low passageways were carefully calculated so that enemies could not attack in large numbers. This system includes many geological layers reaching a depth of more than 280 feet below the dry earth. Ventilation shafts were scientifically constructed to ensure air circulates down to the deepest levels of the structure. The disappearance of this community leaves unsolved questions regarding ancient urban planning concepts. Keimakli Underground City is a massive, mysterious underground city with the largest horizontal expansion structure in the world. Ancient people carved millions of cubic feet of soft volcanic rock to create a complex survival maze over 280 feet deep. Circular stone doors weighing 1,100 pounds were designed to be locked securely only from inside the city. The ventilation and water supply systems were calculated accurately to help the community maintain a persistent life for many centuries. The lack of debris around the area makes the process of moving enormous rock volumes to the surface a mystery. The floor structures were arranged around ventilation shafts to create perfect and unique community connection spaces. When the political situation became stable, the residents gradually abandoned this place, turning the underground city into a deserted heritage. The Longyou Caves represent a global archaeological mystery because they were created on a massive scale without any historical records ever existing. This entire complex consists of 24 deep caves located under the mountain, with ceiling heights reaching 98 feet. The stone walls are covered with refined and uniform carved patterns that challenge all the technical capabilities of ancient humanity. Although more than 35 million cubic feet of rock were removed, researchers are still completely stumped when searching for any trace of that massive volume of stone. The partitions between the caves are extremely thin, yet they have remained sturdy for thousands of years without requiring any support columns. The complete disappearance of daily activity, traces or labor tools further increases the mysterious nature of this architectural work that defies its era. The Ajanta caves contain architectural masterpieces carved entirely by hand from extremely hard basalt cliffs. These ancient artisans created these spaces by precisely excavating from the top down. The cave system stretches along a canyon 200 feet deep, with structures perfectly simulating wooden arches. This complex possesses ancient frescoes that have survived for 2,000 years without any help from modern machines. Artists created colors from gemstones and clay to produce vivid images of luxurious life. When this civilization suddenly disappeared and was covered by dense forests, the secrets regarding their construction techniques remained. Barabar Caves is the oldest artificial cave system in India, featuring a surface polishing technique that is hard to believe. The 3,000-year-old granite walls have been finished until they are as smooth as giant, mysterious mirrors. Even though the tools at that time were extremely rudimentary, the artisans carved deeper than 30 feet into the solid rock. The interior architecture accurately simulates traditional wooden structures, creating a timeless beauty for the entire site. Experts still cannot explain how ancient humans achieved such perfect geometric accuracy within this hard stone. Many controversial theories suggest that this was a retreat for a mysterious sect that existed in the distant past. The magical beauty of this landmark still challenges all limits of our understanding regarding ancient human construction engineering. The Hypogeum of Hal Saflieni is the most mysterious underground structure in the world, featuring limestone architecture carved entirely by hand. Ancient builders skillfully replicated grand megalithic temples on the surface, directly inside the rock that extends 3 stories deep. With a total area of approximately 5,400 feet, this site became a massive cemetery holding 7,000 remains. Numerous red ochre spiral patterns on the walls remain intact, suggesting a mysterious symbolic language from an ancient human era. Until now, the sudden disappearance of the civilization that created this structure remains a historical secret never fully revealed. The mausoleum of the first Qin emperor hides the secret of an eternal underground empire with a massive structure located deep under hundreds of feet of soil and rock. Liquid mercury rivers flowing around the miniature map of the empire are evidence of artificial intelligence and hydraulic engineering that far exceeded the era. Researchers using ground-penetrating radar have discovered a vast palace with corridors stretching thousands of feet that are still waiting to be excavated. Thousands of terracotta warrior statues with distinct faces were produced using an industrial process that leaves modern archaeologists feeling astonished. Chrome plating technology on weapons helps them remain free of rust, even though they have been buried for over 2,200 years in enclosed underground spaces. This site currently holds the record as the largest tomb complex in history, with an area reaching 22 square miles, containing the entire power of the ancient emperor. Mohenjo-Daro is not only a priceless archaeological site, but a legendary ancient city that preserves the fading echoes of a civilization lost to time. Once among the most advanced urban centers of the Indus Valley, it featured planned streets and drainage systems that were remarkably sophisticated for a society that existed 4,000 years ago. Straight rows of fired brick walls stand alone across the dry plains, forming a silent maze that tells the story of a civilization that once reached extraordinary heights. Beneath the intense heat of Pakistan, the Great Bath still endures as powerful evidence of sacred rituals and impressive engineering skill from the ancient world. The mysterious disappearance of the city's inhabitants remains an unsolved puzzle, making every exploration of these ruins a journey filled with curiosity, wonder, and unanswered questions. Harappa is a place hiding the secrets of an ancient civilization that completely disappeared from the flow of history, leaving silent ruins that challenge every human explanation. What makes this place especially haunting is that the symbols on ancient seals have never been decoded, like a deadly code hiding the final truth about the end of this civilization. Instead of grand palaces, this site stands as a cold testimony to a carefully planned city where tens of thousands of people once lived before vanishing. In the dry land of Pakistan, rows of baked bricks, thousands of years old, appear like an ancient curse, concealing the truth about an empire that suddenly collapsed without a trace. The desolation here creates an extreme sense of loneliness, where ruined walls are not only old bricks, but the only witnesses to a golden age buried by history beneath the dust. Lothal, the oldest ancient dock ever built by humankind, was a place where sails from 4,500 years ago once gathered to connect India with distant civilizations. Known as the Manchester of the ancient world, this city was not just ruins, but evidence of the advanced urban planning of the Indus Valley civilization. In the quiet plains of Gujarat, the remains of a baked brick dock still tell the story of a golden age when craftsmen turned gemstones into exports sent across the world. Behind the name City of the Dead lies a dramatic history where violent natural disasters buried a busy trading center and left a treasure of knowledge for later generations to uncover. Walking along the grid-patterned streets of Lothal feels like entering another timeline, where ancient people first laid the foundations for smart urban life and global trade. Welcome to Dholavira in India, a magnificent ancient city set within a white salt desert, where thousand-year-old ruins tell the story of a civilization that vanished in silence. Built during the Indus Valley Civilization, this city stands as proof of ancient skill in controlling water within a harsh and dry environment. The landscape here has a haunting and unusual beauty, with massive limestone walls rising from empty ground like a fortress forgotten by time. Its strangest feature is the highly advanced water storage system, where enormous limestone reservoirs were carefully carved and still survive after thousands of years of harsh conditions. Knossos in Greece is known as the Labyrinth of the Minotaur legend, where the vivid ruins of ancient Minoan civilization still hide many unanswered mysteries. Its complex architecture, with hundreds of interwoven rooms like a clever trap network, makes anyone who steps inside feel the overwhelming presence of history's ghosts. Bright, colorful frescoes on towering columns are not only proof of brilliant prosperity, but also a reminder of an empire that once collapsed in an instant. Its twisting structure, with dark and deep passageways designed to confuse the mind, creates a mysterious space that makes modern people respect ancient intelligence. The ruined beauty of ancient stones lying silently under the golden Mediterranean sun is a powerful reminder of time's invisible force, where all royal power eventually disappears. Facing the remains of this legendary maze, visitors do not merely admire architecture, but truly enter a journey into the darkest limits of the human mind. If you want to find a real-life Atlantis, step into Akrotiri in Greece, an ancient ghost city buried forever beneath a suffocating layer of volcanic ash. This archaeological wonder, more than 3,000 years old, defies time with multi-story houses and a drainage system that feels unbelievably advanced. Its strangest and most mysterious detail is that the entire town was preserved almost intact, yet no human skeletons were found along its streets. The scenery has the haunting beauty of a frozen world, where lonely stone-paved streets lead toward ancient murals filled with vivid colors. You will feel a chill when seeing silent storage jars beside wild red volcanic cliffs standing close to the blue sea. Pavlopetri is the world's oldest known submerged port city, where streets and buildings thousands of years old still rest beneath the deep blue waters of Greece. Hidden beneath Punta Bay, this settlement appears like a lost kingdom, where stone walls and public squares have preserved their shape despite being swallowed by the sea. There is no need for history books here, because a dive into the clear water allows visitors to see the carefully planned layout of a Bronze Age civilization firsthand. What makes Pavlopetri especially fascinating is its highly organized urban design, with drainage systems and residential areas that challenge modern assumptions about ancient engineering. The silence beneath the sea creates an almost eerie atmosphere, where smooth stone roads seem as if they are still waiting for the return of residents from thousands of years ago. Baiae, the Las Vegas of the ancient world, was once one of the most luxurious resorts of the Roman Empire, but now remains a mysterious kingdom resting silently beneath the deep sea. Unlike any other archaeological site in the world, many of its palaces, villas, and paved streets were submerged by volcanic ground subsidence. Diving into the blue waters of the Gulf of Pozzuoli, you can see ancient Roman roads, delicate sculptures, and mosaic patterns still preserved under the ocean. The strange combination of volcanic heat, warming the seawater, and the quiet beauty of ancient stone columns has turned this place into a unique underwater archaeological park. Every dive to the seabed of Baiae is not only an exploration, but also a rare chance to touch the breath of an empire that once ruled the world. Great Zimbabwe is not only a magnificent archaeological site, but a legendary stone city where mortarless walls have remained strong through centuries of change. Its most remarkable feature lies in the refined, dry stone technique, where millions of granite blocks were carefully shaped and stacked with extraordinary precision. Curving walls rise like waves of stone around the towers, proving an artistic vision and architectural skill far ahead of its time in southern Africa. In the middle of vast, wild grasslands, this heritage site stands as a challenge to time, affirming the power of a famous gold and ivory trading center. Sigiriya is the legendary lion fortress rising powerfully above the plains of Sri Lanka, once serving as the cloud palace of an ambitious king, and mysteries that have never been solved. This giant granite rock appears like a fiery stone fallen from the sky, becoming an unconquerable fortress in the deep green wilderness and challenging every enemy. Its most remarkable feature is the ancient hydraulic system, with water fountains that still work after 1,500 years, proving the masterful engineering skill of the past. When climbing to the summit, visitors pass the mirror wall, once polished with a mixture of lime and egg white, where haunting ancient poems from travelers of past centuries remain. The cloud-maiden frescoes, hidden carefully inside rock shelters, are a unique artistic highlight, like spirits still guarding the eternal beauty of the fortress in the vast sky. Have you ever dreamed of Palmyra, the legendary oasis hidden within the Syrian desert, where towering limestone columns continue to watch over the remains of a vanished empire? Standing along the ancient Silk Road, Palmyra once connected the worlds of Greece, Rome, and the East, becoming one of the most prosperous cities of its time. The landscape is both haunting and beautiful, with long colonnaded avenues stretching across miles of barren desert beneath the blazing sun of the Middle East. Its most remarkable feature is the collection of unusual multi-level funerary towers scattered around the city's outskirts, standing quietly as enduring witnesses to history. As evening falls, the soft golden color of limestone merges with the glowing red tones of the desert, turning the entire site into a breathtaking vision that captivates every traveler. Hattusa in Turkey is the stone capital of the ancient Hittite Empire, where the oldest written peace treaty in human history was preserved. The huge double-wall system was skillfully built directly on natural limestone rocks along the mountainside, forming an unconquerable fortress for many centuries. The ruined beauty of the city lies in the union between stone and mountain, where thousands of clay tablets recording laws and diplomatic secrets were once carefully hidden. Stone gates carved with majestic lions and sphinxes still stand like eternal guards, challenging the passage of time and humanity's forgetfulness. The most unusual highlight is the Yerkapi underground tunnel, about 233 feet long, a dark, mysterious passage through the city designed like a secret military artery. Standing among the grey ruins under the afternoon sun, travelers can feel the breath of a vanished empire, leaving only silent stones whispering to the wind. The Nazca lines challenge all limits of the ancient world, with hundreds of giant geoglyphs that can be fully appreciated only from the air. Spanning across the Peruvian desert with an area of more than 116,000 acres, this magnificent outdoor gallery has been officially recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. In one of the driest places on Earth, the near-complete absence of rain has acted as a natural preservative, helping the drawings remain intact for thousands of years. Moving beyond alien theories inspired by the 105-foot-tall astronaut figure, many studies suggest that ancient people walked here as part of rituals connected to rain and water. This priceless archaeological wonder has become a source of national pride, appearing on currency and forming an important part of Peru's cultural identity. The blithe intaglios are like a giant manuscript carved into the surface of the earth, hiding the secrets of an ancient civilization that challenges ordinary human understanding. Ancient people removed the dark gravel layer formed through time and oxidation, revealing the bright yellow soil beneath the surface. When walking across this vast landscape, visitors can easily lose their sense of direction among the empty strips of land and stone boundaries that seem to have no clear purpose. However, from the air, a remarkable world of art suddenly appears with giant figures up to 171 feet long, stretching their arms and legs toward the Colorado River. The unusual contrast between deeply carved bodies and very shallow limbs has created a puzzling mystery that continues to challenge scientists trying to understand its purpose and meaning. Have you ever heard of the Maori Man? A mysterious she and colossal geoglyph in Australia that resembles a surreal message sent into the vast cosmos. Experts estimate that the area of this enigmatic masterpiece is equivalent to 600 American football fields combined, a scale so enormous that it amazes everyone who learns about it. This unique cultural landmark stands approximately 11,480 feet tall from head to toe, creating a giant figure that continues to change through natural erosion. Lying alone in the middle of a red desert that resembles the surface of Mars, this massive artwork is formed by the striking contrast between white clay and the surrounding barren soil. Because local authorities strictly restrict land access to help protect the structure, visitors can fully appreciate this masterpiece only from a helicopter. Welcome to Uffington White Horse, the oldest hill figure in England, known for its unique and highly distinctive minimalist art style. Its intentional design creates a fascinating perspective effect because people can fully appreciate the complete shape only when viewing it from a great distance. Spanning more than 3,000 years of history, the true purpose of this prehistoric monument remains uncertain and continues to inspire theories about tribal authority and Celtic spirituality. This giant horse, measuring approximately 360 feet long, is portrayed with elegant stylized lines that make it appear as though it is gliding across the hillside. The hillside landscape produces a striking visual contrast between the endless green grass and the bright, white chalk trenches. This remarkable wonder has survived for many centuries, largely because local residents have continuously maintained it by cleaning and replenishing the chalk through traditional community efforts. Standing majestically on a steep hillside, the Surna Abbas giant proudly holds the title of one of the most famous fertility symbols in England and remains surrounded by mystery. Instead of using paint, ancient people created this remarkable geoglyph by digging deep into the ground to reveal bright white chalk beneath the surface. The most striking feature of this naked giant is his enormous 36-foot phallus, boldly carved in an upright position. This site is linked to legends about a beheaded man-eating monster and a powerful fertility curse that continues to inspire debate and speculation. The landscape around the figure changes dramatically with the seasons, as summer transforms the surrounding grass into a vibrant straw yellow, while heavy rains can give the carving a mysterious grey appearance. This enduring minimalist artwork has been recognized among the top 100 landscape wonders of the world and has become a lasting source of inspiration for literature and storytelling. The Amazonian geoglyphs, the colossal geometric body art carved into the flesh of Brazil, are a place where flawless earthworks seem to defy natural laws like a giant alien chessboard that leaves the world in absolute awe. Miraculously, these massive earthworks of extraordinary geometric precision were created entirely with primitive tools such as stone axes and digging sticks, without any assistance from metal. With an age of approximately 2,500 years, this National Heritage Site is currently included on the UNESCO tentative list and stands as one of the most important archaeological treasures in South America. Welcome to Easter Island in Chile, a truly lonely world, standing in the middle of the ocean, where pristine nature and ancient mysteries come together to create a breathtaking destination. The wild and primitive beauty of the island is shaped by steep coastlines formed from millions of jagged black volcanic rocks. Formed by the eruptions of three massive volcanoes, this triangular island features a unique landscape with solidified lava flows stretching across lush green grasslands. This mysterious destination holds the record as one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth, with the nearest populated settlement located about 1,300 miles away. One of the most remarkable features is the extinct volcanic craters that have transformed into freshwater lakes as smooth as mirrors, standing out against the dry volcanic landscape. The island's unique collection of massive stone statues was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1995 and is now protected under strict conservation measures. If you long to behold a time capsule of humanity, enter Altamira in Spain, a land possessing a sublime underground world, hidden beneath endless lush green meadows. The most extraordinary aspect is a massive rockfall, about 13,000 years ago, that completely sealed the entrance, inadvertently preserving the pristine archaeological treasures inside for tens of centuries. To protect the original masterpiece, the government spent millions of dollars building a simulated cave using three-dimensional laser scanning technology accurate to a single millimeter for visitors to experience. Despite being studied for nearly 150 years, this landmark remains a great enigma to science and has become a proud national cultural icon of the region. Tassili Najir in Algeria is known as Mars on Earth, where a collection of over 15,000 ancient rock paintings is hidden among a surreal sandstone rock forest. This majestic landscape, spanning more than 27,000 square miles, is recognized by UNESCO as a mixed heritage site due to its unique geological value combined with priceless human history. The most unusual highlight is the giant frescoes depicting round-headed gods with no facial features, a major mystery that challenges the archaeological world. Amidst the barren desert terrain, deep canyons miraculously retain rainwater to create natural pools that look like giant mirrors. For generations, the native Tuareg people, in their characteristic indigo robes, have served as the protectors and decoders of these sacred symbols. These ancient rock artworks serve as a realistic diary, leaving a profound warning about the power of natural climate change. Resembling another planet in the heart of Brazil, Serra da Capivara National Park is a majestic maze of sandstone canyons that guards the deepest historical codes of humanity. Towering vertical cliffs rising over 650 feet stand majestically around the desolate Caatinga region, creating a lonely and haunting space that challenges all limits of time. Deep within the narrow canyons, mysterious oases of darkness with year-round green tropical climates hide away, becoming a safe haven for wild animals. This place is known as the largest open-air museum on the planet, thanks to possessing more than 1,000 300 archaeological sites with an unprecedented density of ancient remains. Ancient rock paintings dating back tens of millennia still shine with brilliant natural iron oxide colors, vividly depicting complex rituals and strange human figures that look like extraterrestrial beings. Facing this isolated and strictly protected land, travelers will truly embark on a journey to explore pristine beauty and unsolved ancient mysteries. Lalibela in Ethiopia is a unique reversed architectural wonder on Earth, where the entire spiritual stone capital was carved deep into the heart of an arid volcanic plateau. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized since 1978, sits nestled inside colossal pits carved directly into the crust of the planet at an elevation of nearly 8,200 feet. Ancient engineers chipped away excess stone from the roof down to the base to create solid buildings without a single brick or mortar joint. The grandeur of this largest monolithic complex in the world is so mysterious that rumors say the king blinded the master craftsman after its completion. Stepping into the eerie underground spaces, visitors will be immediately enveloped by the rich scent of frankincense, blended with ancient beeswax candles accumulated over centuries. The pristine beauty of the isolated town offers a breathtaking experience for travelers as they witness the magnificent symbiosis between human hands and Mother Earth. Likened to a giant cosmic pyramid of stone wrapped in snow in China, Mount Kailash is a structure so flawless that it challenges all laws of natural geology. This towering black rock mass, standing 21,778 feet high, possesses 4 symmetrical slopes facing with absolute precision toward the 4 compass directions, like a guidepost positioning the Earth. The most astonishing highlight is the smooth vertical north face, where light reflecting intensely off a thin layer of ice creates the phenomenon of a giant mirror wall that dazes the viewer. Even though Mount Everest has been conquered by thousands of people, this sacred site still retains its supreme mystery intact because no human footprint has ever touched its summit. Many actual practitioners are immensely astonished to realize that their hair and fingernails grow at an abnormally fast rate, equivalent to 2 weeks of growth in just 12 hours. Despite being situated on an arid plateau, this majestic mountain remains the life-giving source for all of Asia as it simultaneously supplies water to 4 great rivers flowing in 4 different directions. Have you ever heard of Glastonbury Tor in the United Kingdom? A giant stone island shaped like a natural pyramid that suddenly rises lonely in the middle of the vast and flat Somerset levels. This place dominates the entire horizon and can be clearly seen from a great distance, creating a spectacular landscape that defies all conventional laws of visual perception. The hillside landscape leaves a powerful impression with deep and perfectly symmetrical earthen terraces, a magnificent man-made structure that looks exactly like a meticulously designed spiral labyrinth. Standing majestically on top of the hill, which is 518 feet high, is a roofless 3-story stone tower, the only resilient remnant left of the historic St. Michael Church. The British government officially recognized this entire hill as a scheduled monument to strictly protect its irreplaceable archaeological and historical value. This legendary landmark is also associated with the famous New Age legend of the Holy Grail, a sacred treasure believed to have been buried right at the foot of the hill for many centuries. When conquering the summit of the ancient tower, visitors will enjoy an absolute 360-degree view to gaze out and fully admire the boundaries of 3 different counties in the land of mist. Serpent Mound in the United States is like a giant spiritual brushstroke winding across the spine of a rocky plateau, challenging everything humanity thinks it knows about archaeology. This magnificent landscape displays a remarkable arrangement in which the shape of the artificial earthwork's 7 winding curves perfectly follows the natural contour of the steep cliff below. The serpent's tail coils into a symmetrical 3-loop spiral with flawlessly precise geometric proportions, an achievement that would seem impossible to accomplish using prehistoric tools. The most astonishing fact for scientists is that the interior of this structure is completely empty, containing no human remains, burial offerings, or weapons like those found in other burial mounds. This earthen observatory is aligned so that its head points directly toward the setting sun on the summer solstice, while its tail faces the direction of the sunrise on the winter solstice. The moment when the final rays of daylight pass in a perfectly straight line through the oval mound and shine directly into the serpent's mouth creates a breathtaking spectacle of harmony that profoundly stirs the human soul.